What's going on, guys? CWG here. Welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. In the previous video, we made this advanced coke oven behind me. Look at it make all that charcoal. We're already up to 25,000 charcoal. You'll love to see it. And in today's video, we'll be going through a 4-step process to get some insane Tinker's tools. Now that we have medium voltage technology, we're going to be upgrading our hammer, our excavator, our lumber axe, and our crossbow to get even more insane damage. And we might actually finally make a melee weapon too. Now that we have the MV extruder, we're able to make more advanced Tinker's parts, like this Damascus steel tough tool rod, which gives you 5 times the durability on a tool. It's pretty cool. You just have to use the smeltery casts inside of the extruder with the material you want to print with. And if you look at how long some of these recipes take, 4,000 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's like over an hour. That's how long it takes to make a Man of Steel lumber axe head. Like, that's just ridiculous. So we're going to be slowly printing out these parts as the episode progresses. Now, as that's happening, let me show you the work I've been putting in between episodes. First of all, look at what Stircat did. She's went ahead and removed the rest of the village and completely leveled off this entire area. Look at how much room for activities we have now. I've been wanting to build a big building for all our Thaumcraft and other magic stuff so we can move it out of the Steam house finally. And I'm thinking it's gonna go somewhere over here. But that's a later C-Dubs problem. Let's go inside of our automation house here. First of all, we got 2 million benzene so far. We're making progress filling up our giant tank of doom. So I've been cooking up some stuff in our electric blast furnace, and look at this. We have over a stack of vanadium steel now, which is an amazing alloy. It's really good at making weapons with high damage. You just have to combine steel, vanadium, which we get from vanadium magnetite and magnetite veins, and chrome. Now, chrome's a little trickier to get. One method you can do is by electrolyzing ruby dust, in which you get 1 chrome from 6 dust. That's kinda But an even better method is to make ruby juice. Check this out. So if you take some crushed ruby ore, throw it in with some tiny piles of sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, you get ruby juice. That's some tasty ruby juice. And what you can do with that is centrifuge it and get a whole bunch of stuffs and things, including a 50% chance at chrome. So that means we're getting chrome at a 2-to-1 ratio instead of a 6-to-1. Not only that, but it also recycles the hydrochloric acid automatically. So all you gotta do is dump your crushed ruby ore in here and it will magically turn into that delicious chrome. Look at all that shiny chrome. And chrome is also going to be used to make stainless steel, so it's very important. Our next machine line over here is for making solar grade silicon. This stuff. All you have to do is drop off your raw silicon inside of this chemical reactor. It reacts with the chlorine to make silicon tetra something. Yes, silicon tetrachloride. And then that goes into another chemical reactor, reacts with sodium, and that's how we get our solar grade silicon. It will also make salt as a byproduct, which goes into the electrolyzer, which splits it into the sodium and the chlorine. The sodium goes back into the chem reactor, the chlorine goes into a pipe, back into the first chem reactor, so everything gets fully recycled. So yeah, just a 3-machine loop, and you can turn silicon into solar grade silicon. We're finally at the part of GTNH where we can make machine lines. This is the most exciting part of the game. On to the next thing I've been working on. I finally added the 3 layers to our bonsai tree farm, so we're getting all the wood now. Also, I've made a secret basement area. Don't tell anyone. Check this out. We are farming experience ore berries. I'll show you what they do in a second. So if we come over to our big experience tank over here, I've added an elevator, which takes us to a little cramped basement down here. And the XP from this tank pushes into this tank, and it has a XP shower on. So if we flick this lever, we can get some levels. How cool is that? Now, if we walk around the back here, you can see all the experience ore berries get harvested, and then they get pushed into this drawer here. Then the experience berries get pulled into a fluid extractor, which is right above it. It has a conveyor module so it can suck up the berries, and then it turns it into liquid XP and pushes it into the XP tank. Long story short, we have an automatic XP farm now. Let's go. Just ignore all the pipe spaghetti down here. It's underground, so the pipe spaghetti doesn't exist. That's the rule. So let's go ahead and grab 40 levels here, and I can show you the next thing that I made. If we look underneath the balcony staircase here, I finally made Bibliocraft stuffs and things. Bibliocraft is a funny little mod. It mostly adds little decoration items like lamps and bookshelves and stuff, but it also adds a way to duplicate enchanted books. We just needed aluminum to make this, which we have now. So the first thing you have to do is make a chase. A chase is made with sealed wood sticks, which is made with sticks inside of seed oil. You guys have seen that before, and that goes in the slot right here. The next thing you need to do is put the enchanted book that you want to duplicate in the bottom left slot, and that's going to be a Fortune 3 book. Now the next thing we got to do is put on our reading glasses here. It goes into the helmet slot. Pay attention, class. Oh, these glasses look ridiculous. But now if you look down on this, you can see it says requires 40 levels. We have 40 levels, so we can shift right click the book. Boom. It makes an enchanted plate with Fortune 3. So cool. We now go to our printing press here, in which we have 31 books and 55 ink in. Yes, you have to like right click the books and the ink into the proper spot. It's a very interesting block. And then you right click the plate right there, and it starts printed. This thing's pretty cool. Man, I haven't used the Bibliocraft book duplication in a very long time. It feels kind of funny to be using it again. And this thing will work 3 times. So it will give us 3 Fortune 3 books, and one of them you have to put back in the beginning to duplicate again, because the chase will actually break after 3 times and you have to do it again. So you're gonna need another 40 levels. So it is kind of expensive in the experience department. But funny enough, you can actually repair the chase after 2 uses if you make this thing called the Thaumic Restorer. The only thing is this needs like infusion crafting, so we're not quite there yet in Thaumcraft. But once we do get there, we won't have to worry about spending 40 levels. We can just keep repairing the thing. Anyways, let me show you what we can do with these Fortune 3 books. If we take some medium voltage loot bags, put in a Fortune 3 book, put in an MV motor, we can enchant the books to Fortune 3. And that will cause these guys to drop even more rare items. Now this is all the different items the loot bags can drop. The most common things are here on the top, but the most rare things are on the bottom. Like we can straight up get an MV centrifuge or a macerator or ball of moss. I really want ball of moss. I want to put auto repair on all the different tools because I think it'd be kind of funny. All right, here we go. First loot bag, what do we get? We get Argentina seeds. Okay, that'll be useful when we get into crops, but we are definitely not doing that yet. We also get some energy conduits from the Ender.io mod. That'll be useful later as well. All right, let's pop the other one. 2 aluminum and an iron vanishing frame. All right, so not the best stuffs and things, but I mean, I guess we get a little bit of free aluminum. Also, check this out. We're up to almost 1,000 steel now. That's because our 4 brick blast ferni have been running around the clock. I just keep them stocked up with iron and blocks of charcoal. Keep them running forever. I mean, look at how much of this dark ash we have. The dark ash is actually pretty useful because you can electrolyze it straight into carbon dust. So this is just free carbon. Also, as you can see, I've upgraded even more machines to medium voltage. I want all of these machines to be blue, dang it. It'd be really cool. Kind of unnecessary, but it would be cool. All right, back to our 4-step plan for success. Let's make some freaking stainless steel. Now that we have the medium voltage mixer, we can finally start working on it. The quest book wants us to make 72 stainless steel. We'll probably make a little bit more than that. To make stainless steel, you need iron, nickel, manganese, and chrome. That's why I made the ruby juice setup, because I know how much chrome we're going to need for stainless steel. Stainless steel is like the main metal used in high voltage. So if we want to advance to high voltage, we're going to need a ton of stainless steel. Now, manganese is a bit trickier. I believe you get that from a pyrolusite vein in the nether, which I don't even think we found yet, but we've actually gotten a good amount of manganese from quest rewards. So we could live off of this for now, but it's definitely going to be a temporary solution. So I'm gonna grind down the different dusts that we need inside of our quad grinder. Then we just gotta throw it in our mixer here on circuit 2, and we're making some stainless steel. Oh, it takes 45 seconds per recipe. Okay, that might take a little bit. You know, I wonder, can we do this recipe inside of our multi-block steam blender? I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure this only does low voltage recipes. Yeah, it requires more power to start. Dang it. It's a shame that you spend so much materials to build this thing, and it's not even used that much. I mean, it's good for making dark steel dust, so it's not completely useless. So I'm gonna hop back when our stainless steel is ready. Hey, and look at that stainless steel! Are you prepared for high voltage? Kinda, not yet. Ew, we get a chub burger as a reward. Whatever you do do not eat the chub burgers. If you actually look at the recipe for the chub burger, it's kind of strange. You need this gross chum, which is a combination of meat, fermented spider eye, scrap, rotted flesh, and purple drink. Ew. If you eat it, it'll give you like hunger 2 for a full minute, so you're best off putting it straight in the trash can. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm such a Fruit Loop. I totally forgot, in order to smelt our stainless steel inside of the blast furnace, we're gonna need a high voltage blast furnace, which means we're gonna need 2 medium voltage energy hatches, because each energy hatch can actually do 2 amps. And 2 plus 2 is 4, and you guys know that 4 MV amps equal 1 HV amp. I've already explained to you how Gregtech electricity works. Y'all are experts now. But in order to make the MV energy hatch, we're gonna need low power IC circuits. That's right, we're gonna have to get into wafers and silicon boules. And in order to do that, we're gonna need solar grade silicon. Oh, but I already made a solar grade silicon setup in between episodes. You're telling me that C-dubs is prepared? Impossible. So let's grab a stack of our solar grade silicon here. And in order to make the monocrystalline boule, we're gonna have to smelt it with a small gallium arsenide crystal. Oh, I'm hoping I have some gallium somewhere. Yes, we have 1 gallium dust. Let's go. And now that we're in medium voltage, we can actually get arsenic from cobaltine. So let's smash this down. All we have to do is electrolyze the cobaltine directly, and we just get straight up arsenic. Let's go. And now we can make another gallium arsenide crystal. It only takes a minute. That's not too bad. Also, look at how much chrome we got out of that ruby. We got a full stack of chrome. I don't know, I just love the chrome texture, that like shiny pink. It just looks so valuable, doesn't it? All right, we got our gallium arsenide crystal. Next step is to pound it down inside of our forge hammer, and we get small gallium arsenide crystals. Then we just chuck in the gallium arsenide with our solar grade silicon, and it should make it into a boule. Go. Apparently it needs circuit 2. Go. Hey, this is gonna take 450 seconds, so we're gonna have to give it a little bit. But the lore here is that we're melting down our silicon and using the arsenide crystal as a seed, and we're growing a pure boule of silicon. I'll put a picture on the screen to show you what it looks like. Pretty sick. Hey, and check it out, we get our first monocrystalline silicon boule. Let's freaking go. Now the next thing we need to do is cut down our boule into wafers. Now what's interesting is this is an LV recipe, but the quest book wants us to get a MV cutting machine, so I guess I'll do that. All right, and we finally got everything we need for an advanced cutting machine. Yoink. We can get rid of our old smelly low voltage cutting machine. Get this weak stuff out of here. Say hello to the new shiny blue cutting machine. And now we can finally cut down our boule into those tasty wafers. And we get a little bit of solar grade silicon back. Why, thank you. Now our next quest is finally to make the ULPIC wafer. We need to use a laser engraver and a lens, so that way we can etch on the pattern to make the proper wafer. Now, which lens do we have access to? Oh, it looks like we can use an emerald lens. Do we have an exquisite emerald? Oh my gosh, we actually have 9 exquisite emeralds, dude. We're cooking. Let's drop it inside of our LV lathe, and that'll just take a minute. Although I gotta be careful here. Our steam tank's starting to get a bit low. Probably because this extruder has been running for 2,500 seconds, so I cannot let that run out of steam and then lose progress on this recipe. That would be big sad. And look at that, we got our emerald lens. And would you look at that, I have already made a precision laser engraver. In fact, I think there's an achievement for it, so let me grab it real quick. Wow, achievement get, we're so good. So we drop in our emerald lens, drop in 1 wafer, and it will inscribe it. ULPIC wafer get. Now we just need to cut it. Oh, that's why we needed the MV cutting machine. You see, the quest book has you make stuff for a reason, even if it's not obvious at the time. Oh no, the steam tank ran out of steam. How's our 2,000 second recipe doing? It still needs like 200 more seconds. Well, we do have a battery buffer here in the back, so I'm hoping it holds enough charge to finish this recipe. I think I know why our steam production has gone down. Yep, all of our solar boilers have fully calcified now. Over time, their output will slowly go down from 360 to 120, and you have to break them and replace them. So I'll have to do that off camera. I mean, the majority of our steam does come from our liquid boiler over there, but it can only do so much when you're running multiple medium voltage machines at the same time, especially ones that are like thousands thousands of seconds long. But now that we have our low power ICs, we can finally make the medium voltage hatch. Why would the reward give us an emerald lens? We literally had to craft one in order to make it. I guess I'll take the loot bag then. Now the next thing we gotta do is make our 2 MV energy hatches. This just needs some lubricant, some medium voltage coils, which is aluminum wire, magnetic steel. None of this stuff is that bad. And boom, there we go. 2 medium voltage energy hatches. We can overclock our EBF to good stainless steel. So overclocking this guy should be pretty easy. We just need to replace the low voltage gas turbines here on the bottom. It will delete the benzene that's inside of them, but it's fine. We make infinite benzene, don't worry about it. And now we can access our energy hatches and upgrade them to medium voltage. Oh yeah, baby. We got HV now. And this is going to require 4 medium voltage gas turbines to run. Luckily, I already crafted them. And we should be making plenty of benzene, that it shouldn't be an issue. We got our annealed copper cables that only have 1 amp of loss, so we should be fine there. Come on, wire cutters. Alright, everything should be hooked up properly now, I think. So how quickly can we make an aluminum ingot now? Shut down due to power loss. I must have messed something up. Oh, I forgot to connect a pipe. That'll do it. It's fine. We only deleted 1 aluminum. There we go. So now we can make an aluminum in 32 seconds. That's pretty good. And yeah, we're still making more benzene than we're taking out. You'll love to see it. So this means we can finally knock out the first step of our plan. Smelt our stainless steel. Yes, 85 seconds per ingot. That's fine. We'll just leave it running in the background for now. This will give me enough time to decalcify our solar boilers. Hey, we got our first stainless steel ingots. Let's go. You know what the first thing I'm going to do with our very first stainless steel ingot? I'm going to put it in the extruder in order to get 4 stainless steel rings. Look at that. And with these stainless steel rings, we can upgrade our backpack. This is going to basically like double the capacity of the backpack. This is what it looks like before. And I'm really hoping that by crafting it, it doesn't just delete all the items. Should I empty this out first? Nah, let's play it risky. Let's just make it. Hey, it didn't delete the items. Let's go. And we have so much more room for activities. I guess we don't need the pizza gloves anymore, huh? Now that we're like fireproof. So we can just throw that in a chest here. Let's put that back in our backpack slot. And now we are cooking. All right, so we've successfully completed task 1. We've made stainless steel. Good. Next thing we gotta do is fight the lich. This is the second boss of the Twilight, and we need to beat it to get its bones. With the lich bones, we'll be able to upgrade our wand, and we also needed stainless steel for that. You see, I have a method to my madness, somewhat. But before we go fight the lich, I say let's upgrade our crossbow. I mean, we've been making all these different part stuffs and things. I made some upgraded crossbow parts. And if we take this carbon tool rod here, we should be able to do something fancy. Step 1, melt down 1 vanadium steel ingot. Step 2, pour the molten vanadium steel onto the carbon tool rod. And this takes 200 seconds. Alright, we'll come back to that. But for now, we can upgrade the crossbow. So let's see how much damage it does right now. It says it does 18 hearts of damage, which is already insane. But I think we could make this guy even more insane. Let's start by upgrading our wooden crossbow body to mana steel. This will add some more durability. Pretty neat. Although it does not upgrade the damage, which is fine. Next thing we're going to do is upgrade our tough binding to thaumium. And this is going to add a free modifier, which is kind of cool. Now, neither of those things upgraded damage, but I know what will upgrade damage. First of all, now that we have another free modifier slot, let's go ahead and add some redstone. Right now, our draw speed is 0.95 seconds. Now, it's at 0.6 seconds. You guys remember how long it used to take this guy to recharge? Look at it now. And there we go. We have our new bolt, a carbon bolt tipped with vanadium. It's made out of carbon because carbon is a very lightweight material, so it should increase our arrow speed, and arrow speed equals damage. And vanadium steel tip should be the most damage that we could get. Oh yeah, look at this. By adding it, it's literally like doubling the damage. It does add some weight, so it will cause our bolts to arc a bit more, but like, I think that's worth it for double damage. It also increases our ammo to 303. Look at that. I mean, I guess I'll throw some vanadium steel on it to repair it a bit to 200 ammo, but it already has auto repair, so it's gonna like do it on its own. So let's see how much damage our crossbow does now. 58.5 hearts. Oh, baby, a triple. We gotta try this baby out. Hey, pigment, you ready to get Shrek'd? Ooh, it's an infernal pigment too. You think you stand a chance? Boom! Oh, ow! He actually survived, and I can't see. Oh, I guess he didn't survive. I don't know how he managed to hit me with lightning. Whatever, into the twilight we go. So lucky for us, there's literally a lich tower right next to the portal. So that's quite convenient. Now there's two ways we could do this. We could either do it the legit way by going up the center or just pillaring up the outside and digging in. Well, I guess we could try it the legit way just so I could see how good the crossbow is. Hell, oh my gosh, there's so many mobs. Whoa, it's a baby zombie, chicken jockey. Oh my gosh, there's so many infernal mobs in there. Die! Yeah, I mean, we could pretty much just one-shot everything now. Got him. Got him. What is that thing? It's a flying book. Got him. Alright, you know, even though we could one-shot everything, they're still kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Like, what the heck? That guy just gave us poison too. And it's also clogging our inventory with so much junk because our crossbow has looting 3 on it. I mean, we got a book and quill. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I think we're just gonna pillar up the side. It's time to cheese the lich. Oh, we made it to the top. That didn't take too long. And I can already see the boss bar, so is he in here? Hello, Mr. Lich. So, oh my gosh, dude, the lich is like buff. Did you see how much damage that did? So what we have to do is reflect his ender balls back at him to remove his shields. You can see he has shields floating around him, but oh my gosh, do not get hit by those things. What the heck? You just have to spam the left click button. Ow! Good thing we have all these hearts. Ow! Ow! All right, he's only got 1 shield left. Come on. All right, he's ready. Shoot him with the crossbow. Boom! Got him! We 2-shot him with the freaking crossbow. Let's go. Now, please tell me that he dropped some bones. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Hey, we got 6 lich bones. Let's go. And we got our lich trophy. We also got a orphanix. I have no idea what this does. Apparently, it could be used to like chisel blocks. You could right click to place cobblestone. That's interesting. You could also shift right click to open a crafting table, so it's like a portable crafting table. That's pretty cool. Keep it in my backpack in case I ever need it. Well, if you guys are playing GTNH at home, just know that the lich very much buffed damage. So you either want a lot of hearts or probably better armor. I mean, I'm still rocking diamond and piston boots, so not the best armor, but it's better than nothing. We'll hang up our lich trophy next to the stir cats. Perfect. All right, so Fight the Lich is complete. Now we can upgrade our wand. So our current wand is able to hold 25V each. But if we upgrade it using great wood, stainless steel, some lich bones, and some iron caps, we can upgrade to a wand with 50 capacity. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, in between episodes, I made these primal shrooms. They're made inside of the crucible. You just need some Perdido and some maces, and you throw inside a V-shroom, in which we have a bunch of these V-shrooms that we got from a magical forest biome. And now instead of having to go to all the different nodes and suck them, you could just punch these mushrooms with your wand and it'll charge it right up. Check that out. You'll love to see it. We don't have to go to the nodes every time now. And what's funny is you could like plant these guys on any block, even cobblestone, and you can use the watering can on them to speed up their growth. Pretty neat. Oh, that reminds me. The creator of the mod pack, Dreammaster, left a comment in the last video. I forgot, in Journey Map, there's a button to show Thaumcraft nodes. Look at that. And now we can see all the different nodes we've discovered around the map, and we don't have to like set waypoints. Okay, that's really cool. It even tells you what's inside of each one. All right, that is an awesome feature. GTNH just adds all these custom things you won't find in any other mod pack, so it's really cool. Also, what do you guys let me know in the comments? On these conduits here, there's a self-feed mode. I completely forgot about that. So yes, you can extract the charcoal and put it back in using one connection if you enable self-feed mode. So I did that. So thank you. So you may be asking, CWG, why do you need to upgrade your wand in the first place? Well, because I want to make some shadow metal. Shadow metal is an incredibly insane material inside of Thaumcraft. And I want to make our hammerhead out of it because it has insane mining speed and insane durability. But in order to make it, we're going to need a bunch of like weird aspects. And trying to make it inside of the cauldron is just going to be a pain. So I want to advance a bit further in Thaumcraft so we don't have to worry about the cauldron. And that is why I built this alchemical furnace with alembics on top of it. This allows us to melt down items into their essentias without having to use the crucible. Plus, we can pull out each essentia individually. It's a way more controlled manner than this thing. But in order to see what essentias are in here, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna need the goggles of revealing. And you need 30 of each aspect to do it. So that's why we went down this side quest of upgrading the wand. We're also gonna need some hardened leather, so we're gonna need more tanned leather. That's gonna be kind of a pain. I'm gonna have to make another couple thermometers. But now that we have the upgraded wand, we should be able to make this now. So I'm gonna get the stuff things and we'll be back. All right, I'm wearing my magician outfit. You like it? It gives us a small V discount. We made it in between episodes. But I finally gathered all the random stuff and things we need. We can make it. The goggles of revealing. How cool. So if we put this guy in our head slot, yes, we can actually see the essentia that's being stored. You can see I smelted some items earlier. I'm smelting up a bunch of these silverwood logs because they contain precontatio. And precontatio, as you can see, is one of the things we need to make our shadow ore. We're also going to need these other elements. So I believe you could use a warded jar and just right click, yep, and you suck the juice out of it and you could like put it down. Look at it. Pretty sure you can break it. Yep, it holds the juice. A very good way to move essentia around. We're also getting a lot of this wood essentia, which I don't know what we're going to use that for. And we're also getting a lot of ordo. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to set up the magic building because there's not enough room up here for magic. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna take some time to gather the different essentias that I need and I'll be back. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I researched shadow metal, it's actually considered forbidden knowledge. So I did get a bit of warp from that. And if you look at the top left of the screen, you can actually see our warp total. Shout out to my dude Aspect who showed me how to do this. You could basically edit a file within your game files to get it to show different information. I got rid of the useless stuff and added stuff like how much warp we have from Thaumcraft and blood magic stuff. Although we haven't gotten to blood magic yet, but we will eventually. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, I've done a lot of Thaumcraft microcrafting. I also made a little armor stand so we could quickly swap out our gear and get our V discount gear on. All right, let's make 2 alchemical constructs. Okay. Then I believe all we have to do is put it on top of the cauldron here and then right click it with the wand. Ah, of course. I should have known there was some research we hadn't done yet. I had to go all the way down this tree to finally find it. Automated alchemy. Let's see how fast we can do this research. I've gotten pretty decent at this now. Hammer goes to instrumentum, goes to ordo. Mine goes to ghost, which goes to death, which goes to evil, which goes to permentatio, which goes to ordo. Precontatio could go to void, which can go to evil. Water can go to life, which could go to death, which could go to evil. And then we just gotta connect the other pieces like so. There you go. So much research. Ugh. All right, can we finally make this thing now? Ah, it looks like we need a certain amount of aspects for this to work. Time to break more mushrooms. All right, please form now. Yes, we finally did it. Abstract change. Oh, we even get a trophy. Amazing. All right, let's see if I remember how this thing works. So I believe this square right here is the output slot. So if we put stone in here, yeah, look at that. We can select shadow ore. Now we just have to provide the essentias, which I've gathered inside of these jars here. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm pretty sure you still have to light a fire underneath this guy. Come on, Flint and Steel. Here we go. Okay, so I have all the jars of essentia we need connected with essentia tubes. And now if I right click this, will it start sucking it in? Oh wait, it's going. Okay, I just had to right click the valve. It was not in the open position. And it's spitting out shadow ore. Oh, finally. Was it worth all this Thaumcraft grind just to get some shadow ore? I mean, I don't know. Gives me an excuse to do this stuff, I guess. Well, I have to set this up eventually, so might as well do it now. So yeah, it looks like it just needs to be connected by tubes, and as long as there's an open connection to all the essentia it needs, it will start sucking it in. Let's go. Well guys, I think I may have just realized a problem. So with the shadow metal ore, you could process it down to get shadow metal dust. Then with the dust, you blast in the blast furnace, you get the hot metal ingot, and you cannot cool the ingot the way that we have been. You actually need the vacuum freezer for this, and that's high voltage with extreme voltage circuits, so we actually can't do that yet. I'm curious actually, are we able to fortune this ore? No, you cannot. Well, I guess that means the shadow ore is going to be chilling in this chest for a bit. It's fine. I hope you guys enjoyed the pointless Thaumcraft side quest. Well, I mean, we set up some more infrastructure, so that's always a good thing. But hey, at least we can mark off upgrade 1, so now we can finally upgrade our tools to make them OP. So we've already upgraded our crossbow, which is great, but now it's time to upgrade our shovel, lumber axe, hammer, and make a ultimate melee weapon. So if we look into our extruder chest, I've been making all kinds of parts here. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a quest because we made the hammerhead. Yeah, the quest actually lets us pick between a vanadium steel broad axe head and shovel. I'm gonna do the shovel head because I already made a mana steel axe head. And it also gives us a Damascus steel tough rod. Oh baby. So let's see how much durability we can get on these tools. So right now our hammer has 3,400 durability with a mining speed of 8. If we replace one of the large steel plates, it basically doubles the durability. That's insane, okay? And we should be able to add another plate. Yep, this brings up the durability to 13,000. Okay, now we're talking. Now, if we add a Damascus Steel Tough Tool Rod, which gives 5x durability, the durability goes up to 49,000. All right. Now we're talking. And then finally, we can add the Vanadium Steel Hammerhead. We'll eventually get a Shadow Ore Hammerhead. Gosh dang it. But for now, Vanadium Steel is good enough. And that raises the durability to 67,000. And it raises the mining speed a bit. So, boom. That is a beast of a hammer. All right, time for the shovel. 2,800 durability. Adding a binding brings it up to 6,800. Adding a large plate brings it up to 17,000. Adding a tool rod brings it up to 27,000. And then we add the Damascus Steel shovel head. 45,000 durability. Oh, this is insane. All right, time for the lumber axe. Starting with 3,800 durability. Goes up to 9,000, which goes up to 23,000, which then goes up to 37,000. Add the mana steel head, and it goes up to 112,000 durability. And for the grand finale, we're gonna make an awesome melee weapon. 2 Damascus Steel Tough Rods, 1 Damascus Steel Large Plate, and a Vanadium Steel Large Sword. We get the Vanadium Steel Cleaver with 19 attack damage. Let's go. What's awesome about this is we can put beheading on it, so we can raise our chances of getting Wither Skulls. Alright, well, you know we gotta try these tools out. Let's pop into our gold vein down here. You can see we've been clearing out this vein pretty good. We've needed a lot of gold. Alright, but I have to see how much durability does this thing have. Alright, mining 1 9x9 used 4 durability out of 67,000. Okay, is this like basically unbreakable? How far do I have to mine until it goes down by 1%? Let's just keep mining. Hey, we did it! It finally went down by 1%. We managed to clear like an entire row and a half. This thing's freaking awesome. Alright, let's try out the 100,000 durability lumber axe. Boop! We chopped the whole tree, and it's still at 100% durability. Can we do another one? Yep, okay, this thing's basically indestructible, plus it has reinforced 5 on it. Yeah, this is nuts. You guys know we gotta try it. You know we gotta try it. We're gonna grow a magical oak sapling, but I'm gonna move pretty far out in case this doesn't work. We're just gonna plant it right there. If you guys haven't seen the magical oak tree before, you're in for a surprise. I want to bone meal it, but I feel like I'll get trapped inside the tree. Just throw like a quick bone meal. Oh! There we go. Okay. It's actually not as big as I remember it to be. Ow, but it's already spawning mobs underneath it. Alright. Can the lumber axe handle the magical oak tree? Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh, and we're starving. That's why I got the beef Wellingtons. Oh, baby. I think we got a few logs. This is why I brought a drawer with me. Oh, yeah. Okay, we just filled up an entire drawer of sacred oak logs, and it only used 1% durability on the lumber axe. Look at all the freaking dark oak saplings we got. All right, most of those are going in the trash. I just need to save like a stack. And also, would you look at that over there? That looks like a redwood tree. Do you think we can chop down an entire redwood? I'm gonna have to grab more drawers first though. Gosh, I love that we can bounce off the top of our building and like fly all the way out there. All right, Mr. Redwood Tree, you're in for a fun time. Oh no, a skeleton. Nice. All right, let's put down our drawers here. This is about to be a lot of logs. Oh my gosh. Do you think I can actually do it? All right, here goes nothing. I'm kind of terrified. Oh, baby. Eat the beef Wellington. Oh, it didn't get the whole thing. I think maybe because I swapped off of my lumber axe. Hold up. We're going to have to try this again. All right, we're going to try this again. This time I'm not going to swap off my lumber axe. And if we starve, we starve. Let's chop it. Holding the lumber axe. Oh, yeah. Oh, my, it's raining logs. I think we got it. Yeah, it went all the way up. Although it leaves some of those like floating logs, which is a bit annoying. But it's far enough away from the base that I don't really care. Oh my goodness. Look at all these freaking logs. All right, we filled up an entire drawer of wood and bark. Yeah, this lumber axe is ridiculous. I'm just gonna leave these drawers out here, and if I ever need like a butt ton of wood, I'll just come back out here. In fact, just to show you guys it wasn't a fluke, let's try a new one. And this time we will not swap off of the axe. Here we go. All the way up. Oh yeah, we did it. We got the whole thing, and I'm freaking starving. Ah! Mission success. All right, let's go to the desert here so we can see how good the shovel is. All right, how much sand can we mine until this thing runs out of durability? Oh yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking what the seed is for the world that I'm playing on. How about this? Join my Discord. There's a link in the description and I will post the seed there. So that way you guys can play along in the same world as me. I mean, it is a pretty cool spawn. At first I thought it was bad, but after exploring, it's actually like really good because you get the bamboo forest, you get the village with the smeltery, you get all the sand. Like the only thing it's really missing is a terracotta biome nearby, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. All right, we went down 1% durability and we have like 8 stacks of sand. Okay, it's official. These tools are insane. And it's crazy that you can get them in medium voltage. That's what surprises me. And eventually we'll be able to upgrade the hammer to shadow metal once we enter high voltage, which I think we're gonna get into next episode. We don't have to go that much farther and then we're at high voltage. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. CWG out.